Managing a business becomes easier when you have the right set of tools for your business. And as the premier telecommunication company in the Philippines, you can rest assured that we can provide you with world-class and innovative tech solutions for your company, like acing that presentation with no lag with Eastern IDS, a dedicated business-grade internet tailor-fit with high speeds and zero lag. Or to handle your processing, storage, and networking needs with Eastern Cloud, which has a customized cloud platform that's fully scalable and flexible without limits. And by staying connected and protected with Eastern cybersecurity, which helps keep your business safe from online threats. So why spend time waiting when you can spend it on building and managing your business? Let's make business more personal and achieve success together with the connection that knows you best. We are Eastern Communications.
By the Blazers, against Don Lim. Getting blocked by Don Lim. Solid defense by Don Lim.
It is PINOYLIGA Collegiate Game Day, day one of this weekend's summer series between the OLFU Phoenix against the University of Perpetual Health Altas in today's first game. My name is Migs Gonzalez, your resident commentator for today's game. And joining me is our one and only resident analyst, Naveen Ganglani. Naveen, good afternoon.
Hello, Migs. Nice to do this with you. Welcome to the PINOYLIGA crew.
Thank you, thank you.
I'm excited to work with you today.
Yeah, same, likewise. So what can we expect in today's game, Naveen?
Well, we have a team in Fatima that might not be included in the major leagues of the collegiate division, but they're coming in here with the goal of trying to make an impact right away in the PINOYLIGA team by beating an NCAA squad in Perpetual. Now, speaking of Perpetual, new head coach Olsen Rosella is in attendance today. He will be coaching his team, although some of the major names not yet ready to play, but that's going to give us a chance to look at some of the developing players of the program to see who might be future stars for the Altas.
All the way from FEU, ngayon nasa Perpetual na si Coach Olsen. But before we proceed with our lineups for today, the game schedule for today it's OLFU versus University of Perpetual Health, and game 2 will be between Guangming College and the ENDERUN Titans for the second game for today's afternoon. So that is our game schedule, and in terms of our tournament format, our teams will be divided into 2 brackets, and the top 2 in each team will be qualifying for the quarterfinals with a twice-to-beat advantage, and the bottom 3 to 6 will be battling it out in the play-ins, and the 3 lowest will be eliminated. And Davin, semis and finals knockout games lang ito.
Absolutely, it's March Madness. Might not take place in March, but it's March Madness style, and that excites me because every game, everything is on the line. No teams can take 1 minute off. If they do, it might be elimination.
Talaga. And speaking of Coach Olsen, you already brought it up. You already brought it up, Naveen, no? All the way from FEU. Now he is head coaching for the University of Perpetual Health Altas, and I believe that he also got a player from FEU, si Patrick Sleet.
Yes, Patrick Sleet, his former standout in FEU, will be playing in the NCAA beginning season 101. And you know what? He's not the only one who's coming from the UAAP. As we see here on the screen, Josh Alcantara, Ray Allen Maglupay, and JM Tulabot, all from University of the East. Now with Perpetual, another name to watch out for, L.A. Casinillo, former NU Bulldog, now at the Altas as well. And Coach Olsen, I was speaking to him just now, sabi niya he is in the process of getting the commitment of his high school standouts, those who were in the finals of the recent NCAA Juniors tournament. Two of them secured na, si Asido in the works. We shall find out. That would be a big get for Perpetual. Asido, by the way, is lined up for Perpetual in this tournament. He won't be playing today, but he is lined up in this tournament.
Grabe. And the three actually players that you mentioned kanina, Naveen, sina Alcantara, Maglupay, and Tulabot, you mentioned that they were UE players ng Collegiate Cup ng Pinoy Liga, and they were actually the champs of the first Collegiate Cup ng Pinoy Liga.
Yes, correct. And they were lined up last UAAP season 86 as well. So they have been training with Perpetual. Coach Olsen, by the way, we should mention he signed a 3-year contract with the Altas to join the team, along with Scotty Thompson, PBA MVP, who is a manager of the Altas. They are trying to reshape this program. They're not expecting to be contenders right away this NCAA season, but come 1 or 2 years later, they hope to be there when it matters the most.
That's actually really great insight, Naveen. And now, from Perpetual, let's look at the side of OLFU Phoenix. Our player to watch for today is Gab Gotera, sporting the number 4, and also Ace Tiamzon, number 2 from OLFU Phoenix. What can you say about these players, Naveen?
Well, they are going to get the chance to show what they're capable of today. If they go up against NCAA level competition, that could instill belief and confidence in themselves that we can play against the best of the best. And who knows, it might even be their ticket to possible greener pastures down the line. But for now, they are dedicated to helping Fatima make an impact against the best collegiate teams in the country.
So let's let the time tell us what the tale will be. Today, we'll be turning it over to our game announcer to get this game started.
And now let's meet the starters. First, for the Lady of Fatima University, Phoenix. Point guard number 5, Edward Lavalle. Shooting guard number 0, Andre Romero. Center number 14, Mamadou Tole. Small forward number 77, Charles Sexton. And at power forward number 9, Kobe Davis. Coaching the Phoenix is Ralph Rivera. And now let's meet the starters for the Perpetual Help Altas. Point guard number 2, Sean Argo. Shooting guard number 17, Richard Movida. Center number 21, Jericho Nunez. Small forward number 10, JP Bonal. And at power forward number 25, Angelo Gelstado. Coaching the Altas is Olsen Rosella. The referees for this match, crew chief, Edgar Ortega. First umpire, Lucio De La Torre. And second umpire, Anthony Luna. This game is under the supervision of our PINOYLIGA Cup Commissioner, Mr. Wilson and PINOYLIGA Cup Technical Head, Mr. Ian Borne. And PINOYLIGA Cup Commander, Mr. David. And we are recognized with the Sabana Basketball, Pilipinas.
And for all those watching live and online, this is game 1 of today's PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup between the OLFU Phoenix and the Perpetual Help Altas. This is the PINOYLIGA Cup presented by Amelie Hotel Manila, Kickstart Coffee, Eastern Communications, Box, and our Commissioner Wilson Ang, founder Benny Benitez. OLFU has first possession. Has it Romero driving on the baseline. But that's going to be a foul called on Perpetual.
And Migs, hearing the UPHSD staff right now, particularly Coach Olsen Rosella, telling his defenders, stay high, stay high. That means he wants to pick up point when it comes to the pressure defense, to be at the ball. Right there, giving pressure to the ball handler, not giving him room and space to operate. And right here though, Fatima gets an open shot. It's an air ball.
And now Perpetual Help will bring down the ball. This is Sean Argo. Hands it off Morida. Backdoor cut. And that's an easy 2 points for the Altas.
And it's not surprising to see that from a Coach Olsen Rosella mentored team. They ran a lot of those motion plays, off-ball movements with FEU. And you can expect Perpetual to start doing the same.
And that's 2 straight air balls for OLFU now. And Perpetual Help is running again. But good transition defense here by Phoenix. Altas will keep the ball moving. Trying to find the open man here. Shot clock running down. Right side 3 is good. And that finds bottom 5-0 in favor of Perpetual.
And again, another traditional move when it comes to Coach Olsen's system. The dribble handoff off the double screens to get the open look from downtown.
Little pick and pop play there for Phoenix. Reverse layup. 10 seconds to shoot now for OLFU. Agawan ng bola. And that's a jump ball signaled by the referee. And the possession arrow will be pointing back to Perpetual Help.
And despite the absence of some notable players for the Altas right now, you can see that a lot of these guys, who by the way were second stringers last NCAA season, have come in very prepared. It's worth noting UPHSD lost a lot of their first stringer starters after the new head coach was announced for this team, which gives the second stringers from last season an opportunity to display what they're capable of. And rest assured, they are motivated to display to their head coach why they deserve his trust when it comes to playing time.
10 seconds to shoot now for the Altas, but caught stepping out of bounds was Sean Argo. And he will be turning it over for the Altas. So now OLFU with the chance to get on the board. 5-0 still in favor of Perpetual Help with about 8 minutes left in the first quarter.
Let's see if Our Lady of Fatima can handle the pressure here from UPHSD. So far, the intensity hasn't been in the same level between both squads.
Trying to find the open man, but that's another turnover for OLFU. 3-on-3 fast break. Floater there, but no good.
And you know, that seems like the kind of shot a floater on the break that the coaching staff will live with when it comes to their players, because yun nga, it came off a turnover. So when defense can create your offense, the coaches will always love that.
Altas trying to look for the open man here, finds Gilsano. Trying to get the handoff on the guard, but no good. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. A little pick and pop play there for Perpetual Help. Open look, but can't convert. Now OLFU will run.
Perpetual getting quality shot attempts so far early in this game.
Labayen trying to pass it to Torre, but a little scuffle there on the inside, but that's a turnover nonetheless. And now full court press. Man-to-man defense being employed here by Phoenix. Trying to get a stop here and trying to convert into 2 easy points to finally get on the board in this first quarter. And that's what man-to-man defense does.
Exactly.
Turnover acquired by OLFU.
That time Perpetual not able to handle the kind of pressure they've been giving.
And Torre gets the first 2 points for OLFU. 5-2 is our score.
And just looking at the players of both teams right now, where is the advantage for Our Lady of Fatima? It's with Torre, their inside presence. If they can get him decent attempts near the rim, not only could he convert, but he could maybe even get offensive rebounds for easy putback opportunities because of his height advantage. But of course, the trick there is to get him the ball to begin with, and that's not easy given the pressure defense Perpetual has been playing with.
Yeah, Andre Romero was actually trying to get the ball to him on the inside, but well, a good defense by Perpetual on that possession. And now the Altas will be inbounding here along the baseline. 14 seconds for the Altas to manufacture a shot here. Inside pass. Almost a turnover, but Altas stay with it. JP Boral. And that's a good steal by Torre. And you love to see the big man run for OLFU. Andre Romero trying to call the play. Loyola left alone on that left side and drains the 2 points for OLFU.
Exactly, wide open. And that's why you can hear Coach Olsen right now not very happy, because that was not great defense. You have to pick up an assignment right away when you're in transition defense. That's one of the first things you have to do.
If there's one thing you don't want to see, it's a defensive lapse, especially for a seasoned team like Perpetual Help.
Oh, nice move.
And that's a great move by JP Boral to get 2 more points for the Altas, finding the gap in the defense and getting that floater to go.
Wide open there inside the paint. And when you're that deep, you have multiple options. Kick it out, go for the floater, take the pull-up. Floater that time went in.
Romero swings it right side. 3 ball no good, but Torre with the offensive rebound. Using his height but can't convert. And
Exactly.
Altas pull it down.
And that time, if you're Torre, you need to have better patience. You realize you have the height advantage and try to use a drop step to get closer to the rim. Oh, good ball move.
And that's a great basket by Nunez after a good pass from Argo. Capitalizing on that defensive lapse by OLFU. 9-4 is our score here in the first quarter. Romero, 3 ball no good. And Argo will run again for Perpetual Help. Trying to lose his defender, a little up and under move there. A little one-man game going coast to coast but can't convert. Romero now will run again for OLFU.
Good transition defense by the Altas.
Now Davis,
Oh, what a
great
pass.
inside pass by Covey Davis. And that's finished by Labayen. And I bet the OLFU coaching staff is loving that play right now.
Exactly, and to make a pass like that, you need to have great anticipation of where your teammate is going to be, what direction he's going to cut through, and that time Davis making the right read at the right time.
And this
I
could
like-
just be a little show from OLFU, no, with this being their debut game, Navin.
Exactly, and I like the pace of this contest so far. Not a lot of fouls, game going by in a good flow, in a good pace. Let's see if it keeps up.
Less than 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 6-9 is our score, still in favor of Perpetual Help. And the referees will now be here at the scorer's table to confirm a call or two. Trying to avoid any potential technical difficulties. So both teams using this time to gather their boys. And even though OLFU is down by 3, what do you think the coaching staff is telling the Phoenix team right now, Navin?
Well, just keep it up, of course. Now, they didn't get off to the best start, but the last few possessions have been better. They've been able to score in transition. They're doing it with ball movement. They've been able to get Torre a basket inside. And again, that's where their advantage is. They have the height advantage. They have an FSA in their roster. Perpetual does not. And in terms of defensive intensity, they need to match the speed that Perpetual is playing with. Perpetual is trying to run as much as they can, get easy cross matches in transition, easy quick scoring opportunities. If they can slow this game down, talking about Fatima, that could work to their favor.
And I can't agree more with that, Naveen. Great analysis on the part of OLFU. We'll see if they can come up with a win today for their debut appearance here in the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup.
And of course, you know, it's just natural to have jitters when you're going up against a team in a program like the NCAA. In the early goings, you might think, okay, can we match up with them, especially if they get off to an early advantage. But once you settle down and realize it's just a game of basketball, then you start believing, even if you are the underdog, that you have a chance.
Boral. Ball movement here for the Altas, but good defense here by OLFU. Trying to find the open man. Still at the perimeter for the Altas. And floater there by number 8, but no good. Gets his own miss. And the shot clock will reset to 14.
Gotta love the movement and the motion of Perpetual's offense right now. Reading what the Fatima defense is giving them and finding the openings.
It's almost like poetry in motion. And that three-pointer could not connect for Argo. And OLFU will now get another chance. Davis. Kicks it, Romero. Floater on that left side. Uses the glass and gets the 2 points for OLFU.
And right there, Andre Romero, realizing his defender gambled on a steal, which meant he had a momentary opportunity to drive and get open, and then uses the glass to score the floater.
Nunez gives it back Argo. 10 seconds left to work with for the Altas. And great pass on the inside, but Torres says absolutely not. And OLFU now will look to run.
That's an advantage Fatima has, that defensive presence of Torre. If they can keep him in the paint rather than being drawn out by the offense, they will get stops more often than not.
That's a foul called on the Altas, but we're not sure who yet. Substitutions now coming in for Perpetual help.
Alan Maglupay, the former UE Red Warrior, now in the game for the Altas, number 14. Let's see how he performs. There are expectations for him to play well as an Altas. This is a good early test.
Now OLFU will be inbounding here by the baseline after that foul away from the shot. De La Cruz finds Davis. Top of the key jumper. No one near him, and he makes them pay.
And Davis has been solid so far, and the turnover there by Perpetual will give the ball back to Our Lady of Fatima.
Coach Olsen must be furious after that turnover. And now OLFU will get another chance, and they're actually up by 1 now. Loyola finds Torre high post. Hands it back off Loyola. Trying to find Torre in the paint. But that's going to be a foul given up by Pecaro of Perpetual help.
If I'm not mistaken, that's team foul number 4 on Perpetual. So each Perpetual foul the rest of the way this quarter will mean free throws for Our Lady of Fatima, which is a great advantage because they already have the size advantage too. So if they get in the ball into the paint, get easy foul opportunities, that could be free throws.
De La Cruz, great pass to the outside, finds Loyola. Open 3, can't make them pay. So the Altas will be running again. OLFU trying to keep up with the space, and good transition defense by the white shirts. Sevilla hands it off. And that's a little short stab in and out. Good look there for the Altas, but can't capitalize. De La Cruz looking for OLFU. And that's good transition defense by Perpetual help. Torre hands it off Loyola. Trying to get away from his defender. Trying to find Torre on the inside, but good defense by Perpetual help. De La Cruz, Davis, outside. 3 ball, no good. And perimeter woes continue for OLFU.
And you know, when you listen to basketball analysts nowadays, one of the things they say is a lost start in the game is the post-entry pass. That's now 2 or 3 times this quarter where Torres got in good positioning in the block, but his teammates have been unable to get him the ball.
And I believe we can just credit the defense of Perpetual help on that, trying to contain
Exactly,
this. this man for OLFU, but that's dancing to the wrong song, whistled on Sevilla. So OLFU will retain possession now.
1 minute
Substitution coming
32
in.
seconds left in this quarter. Down by 5 earlier. Our Lady of Fatima now ahead by 1.
And Perpetual helps in the penalty.
Exactly.
Actually.
I was about to say too that the more they can get to the paint, draw some fouls right there. There you go. Exactly. They get
That's
the
exactly
ball
what you were
inside,
saying,
yes.
Naveen.
You get the ball inside to Torre. He has a height advantage. He has the post entry position. More often than not, the defender is going to try to make up for that size discrepancy by poking the ball away or trying to get an early steal or trying to push the offensive player. The ref saw it that time. Now Torre gets to go to the free throw line. The question is, can he convert? He will have to if Our Lady of Fatima wants to extend this lead.
And actually, what I've been seeing from Torre right now, contrary to the other imports or the naturalized players here in this season, is he has good control in terms of foul trouble. He hasn't gotten into any fouls yet.
So far, yes, exactly. It helps that he has the height advantage over a lot of the Perpetual guys, which means he does not have, I mean, more often than not, he just goes up vertical. He'll be able to defend properly as he makes the free throw that time. But what Perpetual has done successfully on offense was to get him out of the paint by threatening Our Lady of Fatima with some perimeter shot making. However, it hasn't really gone in as effectively as they would probably hope.
Perpetual now trying to inbound the ball.
Speaking of
Defensive
Torre, he's
pressure.
now out of this game, so this is a good opportunity for Perpetual to look to attack the rim more.
A series of screens given here for the Altas. Number 8, Panandali ang nalibre. Offensive board, but there's a foul called by the referee.
That's another good shot attempt. That was Josh Alcantara, the former UE Red Warrior as well. And another thing for Perpetual to take note here of, they have to be careful with loose ball fouls, over-the-top fouls when rebounding because they are in penalty, and that would mean easy potential points for their opponents.
10 seconds left to work with. Quick move on the inside. Drops it off. Extra pass. Number 20 says, absolutely not, blocking that shot. And the ball goes back to OLFU.
Down 3 right now. Not a lot of encouraging signs for Perpetual, although their players seem to be making plays for their teammates. Passing willingly, trying to get the ball to the open man. And once those shots start converting, as we see another foul here, this time by Alcantara, that will give Fatima free throws. But once Perpetual starts making those shots, we're going to see why this offense can be so effective.
Substitutions coming in now for Perpetual help as De La Cruz will be tested at the free throw line for OLFU as he tries to make this a 2-possession game.
And this is a great window of opportunity for Our Lady of Fatima. They have the chance to go up by 4 or 5 here. They will get the possession back because they have the 2-for-1 advantage right now with 43.8 seconds left in the first quarter. So if they can extend this lead and then get Torre back in early in the second period, as he's resting right now, they could see potentially a double-digit lead grow here, which is the kind of cushion they would need to beat a team like Perpetual.
But again, with 3 more quarters remaining, that's still an eternity of basketball for both of these teams. As De La Cruz drives to the basket, a little step back, but can't get that jumper to fall. Offensive board, Gomez trying to find the open man.
Perpetual staff unhappy with the boxing out of their players, as that turns out to be a blessing for Fatima that the second free throw did not go in.
3 ball, Perpetual, nothing but the air. But the ball will stay with Altas. That's a last touch by a Phoenix.
16 seconds left here for the Altas to get perhaps the last shot of the quarter with 15 seconds left on the shot clock. They cannot, again, afford a silly foul that would give Fatima easy points.
And that's a turnover by Perpetual.
Exactly. That hurts as well.
Here we go. Kick out. Loyola. Different spot, different result this time.
Another
Gomez
rebound.
battling for that rebound. Second try cannot go. 5 seconds left on the game clock. They will have to go quick here. Number 77. Bugged by number 91. And that was a statement block by Andre Mendoza as we end the first quarter 15-9. And OLFU Phoenix getting a 6-point lead ending the first quarter. We'll be back in a few short moments for more Pinoy Liga Cup action. And we are back now for second quarter action between the University of Perpetual Help Altas and the OLFU Phoenix. First quarter just ended. The score was 15-9 as OLFU gains a 6-point cushion against the Altas.
And right after that first quarter, Migs, Coach Olsen went to his players right away, and the first thing he pointed out was the boxing out. Because towards the end of that first period, one of the reasons why Our Lady of Fatima extended this lead up to 6 was because of second chance scoring opportunities. And trust me, those drive coaches crazy because that's about effort at that point, right? Especially if you're not boxing
Absolutely.
out.
You can't teach hustle. Mendoza, panandali ang naging libre dun sa top of the key. Quick move, Gomez. And OLFU loses the ball. Perpetual Help will look to run. Little fast break, but good transition defense here by OLFU. The Altas, that's Manuel. Top of the key, 3. Hits the iron, but offensive board by Perpetual. And that was JM Tulabot on that 2 points.
Another former UE Red Warrior, great effort using his height advantage to get a second chance scoring opportunity.
De La Cruz. And that's a quick find to Mendoza, but OLFU can't make the Altas pay. So Perpetual Help will have another chance here. Tulabot. Free again at the top of the key, in and out. And De La Cruz will look to run for OLFU. He does not see any numbers for OLFU there, so he resets the offense. Great extra pass to Mendoza, and that's 2 points for OLFU.
And right now, easy breakdowns on defense by Perpetual that Our Lady of Fatima is taking advantage of. The communication needs to be better. A lot of effort from the Altas' side, but not a lot of communication.
And that's another turnover for the Altas. 17-11, 6-point lead still for OLFU.
And for Our Lady of Fatima to keep increasing this lead as Torre and Davis rest on the bench is a good sign for the team.
De La Cruz now calling out the play for OLFU. Handoff. Trying to find the open man at the post. But that's a foul on an Alta. That's a foul on number 5. That's Nat Sevilla. Oh, sorry, that's Justin Mascareñas, rather.
Our Lady of Fatima has used a back pick in the lower block the last few possessions to get solid scoring opportunities. Let's see if they look to do the same.
Gomez, 5 seconds left to work with for OLFU. Has to put up the 3, no good, but offensive board there by Tiamzon. But second serving is no good for OLFU.
The 3 ball hasn't really been working for Fatima.
And that's great hustle by OLFU, but better offense on the part of Allen Maglupay, the former UE Red Warrior, and he will go to the free throw line for one more.
That's a big boy move. Big boy move, catching that ball despite the pressure underneath the rim, then using his wide body to get the defender out of the way so he could cleanly get a shot up plus the foul.
And he finishes a 3-point opportunity, cutting the lead to 4 now. OLFU looking to run. Right side jumper, no good. Kinain yung rebound na yon ni Ralph Cagiran. Orgo, miscommunication on that pass. And Coach Olsen does not like that possession for the Altas, as OLFU will get another chance.
While talking to Coach Olsen Rosella earlier, I asked him, realistically, Coach, do you think you guys can make the Final Four in NCAA Season 100, which is towards the end of this year? And to be quite frank, he said, you know, this is a rebuilding team right now. They lost a lot of their first stringers. The second stringers are expected to be starters. The third stringers are going to be the bench unit. So maybe not the Final Four right away this year, but they're working towards hopefully getting there in Season 101 when the new recruits come in. But that doesn't mean that he can't help develop the players he has now, because he does have a young roster, a roster that doesn't have a lot of experience playing crunch time basketball against the best of the best. But there's no better teacher than experience.
I couldn't have said it any better, Naveen. And you know, pros and cons ng rebuilding yan. So we'll
Yes,
see how
yes.
Perpetual Help's career will unfold in NCAA and here in the PINOYLIGA Cup.
And Coach Olsen Rosello, for the longest time, has been a very good coach, even in the collegiate level. He helped FEU get to a couple of Final Fours, and I'm sure that based on the relationships he's built with his players before, he's going to do the same with University of Perpetual Help Altas. Let's see how far they can go over the next few years, because like I said, Coach Olsen is signed for at least the next 3 years.
And Nunez makes that second free throw. And De La Cruz now will bring it down for OLFU.
By the way, just to add to that too, Scotty Thompson is a team manager para sa Altas.
Yeah, actually, I was just about to say.
Yeah, and let's not underrate that, as we see a three-pointer from Our Lady of Fatima. When they recruit players, and the players here that they will have the chance to learn and be guided by Scotty Thompson, a PBA superstar, that goes a long way. That will help convince players to come to this team. Also worth noting, they have a new practice facility that they built in the last few years. This is a program that's on the rise.
Talagang sineseryoso na talaga ng Perpetual Help ang rebuilding nila. So we'll see if it can unfold here in the PINOYLIGA Cup, even though they are still in the process of rebuilding. But under Coach Olsen's and Scotty Thompson's guidance, for sure they will go the distance. And at the line now is Jericho Nunez, back at the free throw line, as he makes that first free throw, tying the game at 17 here in the second quarter with 6.5 remaining in the first half. And Nunez makes both. And De La Cruz will try to orchestrate a play to regain the lead here against Perpetual Help. Torre with the pick. Na libre for that three. Hits nothing but the board. Perpetual Help will look to run, but good transition defense here by OLFU. Finding Nunez. Trying to find at the post was Boral. 17. Quick triple. And that's bottom for Richard Morida. And that's a 3-point lead for Perpetual.
And as that play was unfolding, Coach Olsen was saying, wait to his players, telling them, be patient, let the motion unfold, let the movement take place, and then you will find an opening. And right there, an open three makes it a 4-point lead.
Could have cut it to 1 after that Romero 3, but there was a miss. Argo trying to go against Torre, pero ang laki. Open 3 for Perpetual, could not convert. Offensive board for Gelsano, but that will be a foul against OLFU, and that's 2 free throws for Gelsano.
And like I said, Perpetual has been getting great shot attempts all game long. So now, it's a matter of seeing how long can they continue that? Can they keep with the system? Can they keep it up with the flow and the rhythm? Can they stay within themselves once Our Lady of Fatima goes on their run? Because if they can, and they keep playing to the system Coach Olsen wants to run, then that's going to be great practice for where they eventually want to go.
Gelsano buries that second. As Bencalo checks in for Our Lady of Fatima. And he will be replacing De La Cruz. Getting some much needed rest. Davis, ball movement here for OLFU, trying to find Romero at the post. Bencalo finds Romero again. Torre with a seal on the inside, but no pass there. Davis, short stab, uses the glass, gets the 2 points for OLFU.
Great minutes so far from Davis. You like to see how he's been playing, making great passes, patient with the ball, scoring. Let's see if he can help spark a run.
But he just got scored on there by JP Boral, getting the 2 points from Perpetual after Davis scoring that 2 points for OLFU.
Our Lady of Fatima has to be careful here as well. They are in penalty situation. Perpetual just had one team foul this quarter after they were in penalties the last period. Oh, great
What
pass.
a pass again by Kobe Davis, and another end one play for OLFU as Kevin Loyola finishes that layup for the Phoenix. And he will go to the free throw line for one more.
And once again, great anticipation by Davis, getting that ball exactly where his teammate needed to receive it so that he could get a clean look at the layup.
Loyola failing to complete the 3-point play there after that beautiful Kobe Davis pass. Boral bringing it down for Perpetual. And since OLFU's in the penalty, that will be 2 free throws for JP Boral.
So, you know, in college basketball mix, obviously teams and players like playing a lot of pressure defense. And one of the challenges when you are a college basketball player is knowing how to strike that balance of providing pressure defense to your opponent, but also not being too aggressive that you put your team in early penalty situation. Because if you do, there are situations like this where a silly foul, one wrong mistake could lead to easy free throws and 2 easy points.
And now Bengalo will be orchestrating the offense here for OLFU. Loyola being hounded by Boral. Davis on the left side on an island. Still at the perimeter for OLFU. Shot clock ticking down now. Loyola, power drive against Loyola, against 2 defenders. And the defense successfully bothering there, and Perpetual get another chance. The ball will stay with Perpetual. Last touch by Andre Romero. And that's a timeout called by University of Perpetual Help. We'll be back in a few short moments for more action. And we're now back for more second quarter action. And talking about the University of Perpetual Help Altas, Patrick Sleet coming all the way from FEU is now a Perpetual Help Alta all the way. Also joining him is JM Tulabut, Allen Maglupay, and Josh Alcantara from UE.
Exactly, and another name worth mentioning there is Eli Casinillo from the NU Bulldogs. Justin Thompson, of course, the younger brother of Scotty Thompson, had a good performance in NBTC lately. And Emil Asido, let's see if that commitment follows through with Perpetual. They are working and trying to make it happen.
That 3 all the way from Las Piñas could not convert there for Perpetual. Bengalo nagmamadali but does not see numbers. Davis, strong drive, but a foul away from the shot.
That's only the second team foul this quarter for the University of Perpetual Help.
That was a foul on Gelsano of Perpetual Help.
Of course, so all our viewers, first thing, only 100 pesos ang ticket dito sa ENDERUN if you want to watch a game live. And upcoming for the second game is ENDERUN versus Guangming College.
Davis, no good on that top of the key 2-pointer, and Perpetual will pull it down. Argo finds Gelsano at the post.
Dribble right away.
Miscommunication on that pass, but Perpetual Help stays with it. 10 seconds left to work with. Boral. Quick drive on the inside against the Torre defense. Finds the 2 points for Perpetual Help.
And that time, if you're Torre, you can't just let the smaller guy get past you that easily. Even if you do, you have to do a better job protecting the rim, at least trying to make it hard for him to shoot, instead of just letting him go.
That's a steal by Argo. And that fast break, no foul called. So OLFU will continue with possession.
And not a good idea that time, slowing down. You should slow down sometimes to kind of keep the defender guessing when you're going to attempt the layup. But doing so while putting your body, trying to draw a foul, will just deter you from getting an easy layup. And right now, Coach Olsen, a teaching moment for his young point guard.
He already had the speed advantage there. Pero he decided na baka gusto niya ng foul at the same time. So OLFU now will inbound.
That could have extended the lead to double digits para sa Altas.
Davis. Romero finds Bencalo. Ball movement here, trying to find Torre again at the post. 10 seconds left to work with. Davis against Sevilla. Finds Bencalo. Shot clock ticking down, and circus shot there from Bencalo could not convert. So Perpetual Help will run again. Boral finds Manuel. Trying to bark out the offensive orders here for Perpetual. Alcantara finds Sevilla. Back to Alcantara. 5 seconds on the shot clock. No opening yet for Perpetual. Finds a three, but back of the iron there. But gets another attempt. 14 seconds now on the shot clock. Ng braso ng konti. Making his way on the inside. And Boral gets the 2 points for Perpetual Help.
Big boy move.
That was a big boy move by JP Boral. Timeout called by OLFU. 31-21, 10-point lead for the University of Perpetual Help Altas. We'll be back in a few short moments.
Here's a warm hello from Eastern Communications. We're here to present a refreshing point of view that when it comes to delivering business communication solutions, it's time to bring back the human connection because it's just as important as the technology. Eastern Communications is business made personal. It means getting intimate with our clients' needs so we can provide thoughtful solutions to help them achieve their goals. That's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit. We are maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
And we're back now for more second quarter action. 1.5 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. 10-point lead here for the Altas. OLFU will be inbounding. And Gutera is now in play for OLFU. Labayan rather, not Gutera. Pressure defense being applied here by Perpetual, trying to find the opening. Davis, open on the top of the key. And he is fouled on that attempt. And the referee signals 3 free throws for Kobe Davis.
And it's always a tricky position, right? You want to defend the three-point shooter. You want to make sure it's a contested look. But you don't want to be too aggressive because it is much easier to make 3 points from the free throw line rather than making a 3-point shot with someone closing out on you. So as a defender, your job there is just to close out properly and not bail out the offensive player. I have to say I've been really impressed by Davis in this game. Great energy, great defensive intensity. He's made some great passes earlier. He's scoring when he has the opportunity to have a clean look. There goes 2 out of 3 from the free throw line. I think he's been OLFU's best player so far.
Perpetual Help now. Sevilla hands it back off Alcantara. Trying to look for the opening again. And Davis secures the possession for OLFU. Team Phoenix trying to run here.
Worth noting, both teams now in the penalty situation. And OLFU just can't knock it out from outside.
After that Romero miss, Perpetual Help now running. Good drive there. Mamadou Torre almost with the block. But a little tip in there by JM Tolabot for the 2 points.
And that time, if you're one of Torres' teammates, you have to do a better job boxing out. You're a big man, went all the way to defend the rim against the guard trying to get a layup. So as a teammate, you need to do a better job boxing out. But Davis hits the 3.
Davis gets that 3-pointer to go for OLFU, cutting the lead down to 7. 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Perpetual can write the last sentence here for the second quarter. Manuel drops it off to Labot, no good. Another possession for Perpetual Help. Less than 1 second to go, but Perpetual Help doesn't recognize it. And that's the end of the second quarter, 33-26, as the Altas still stay with the lead. We'll be back for more minutes of regulation only here at the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup.
Without limits.
Oh, nasan na yung files?
They're all in the cloud, sir.
Good job!
And by staying connected and protected with Eastern cybersecurity, which helps keep your business safe from online threats. So why spend time waiting when you can spend it on building and managing your business? Let's make business more personal and achieve success together with the connection that knows you best. After all, that's why we are madaling kausap, may malasakit, maalam at maaasahan. We are Eastern Communications.
By the Blazers, against Don Lim. Getting blocked by Don Lim. Solid defense by Don Lim.
When we have a heart for service, our every move seeks to meet the needs of our clients. Our clients are happy when their needs are met. When they're happy, they're in a better position to make their own customers happy.
Being in the service industry myself, I can say that biggest isn't always better. It's the one that serves you best, the one that treats you right.
You see, beyond advanced communications technology, we see the people who will use them.
In my work, I'm having a good day when everything just works well. Nakaka-good mood talaga.
And so, we see problems that must be solved.
An expert is only useful if he understands your business. Diyan magaling ang Eastern.
For every challenge, there is a happier outcome.
In my work, when opportunity calls, answer agad.
Every goal is the destination.
Kahit maliit pa lang yung negosyo ko, big help talaga yung alaga ka. Salamat, Eastern.
We see every relationship that must be strengthened.
Thank you for making me feel like your biggest client.
As we do all we can to offer technology that is always solid and reliable, we never lose sight of our brand of personalized customer service. It's a connection that is both high-tech.
And we are back now before we get into halftime. 26-33 was our score in favor of the Altas. Let's go to our courtside reporter, CJ Ang, with a short interview of the head coach of the Perpetual Help Altas. CJ?
Thank you, Migs. Mga kaliga, kasama ko ngayon ang head coach ng Perpetual Altas, Coach Olsen Racela. Coach, with the most of the key players gone for the upcoming NCAA season, how is your preparation with the new and old players in the squad?
We're doing well with our preparation. I'm new to the team, so I'm trying to bring in my system. And yeah, we lost players, but we really focus on those guys who are still here and are willing to play for us. So preparation has been good, but of course we still need to improve on a lot of things.
Coach, with additions such as Patrick Sleeth, L.A. Casinillo, Allen Maglupay, and possibly your junior standouts Mark Goho Cruz and NCAA junior MVP Amiel Asido, how bright is the future for the Perpetual Altas?
Well, that remains to be a question. They are potentially really good players, but the focus really is to bring out that potential. Some of the players you mentioned have to sit out one more year, so they won't be available for season 100. But we're hoping, of course, yung junior players namin will contribute right away. And for those who, from last year's team, we expect them to really lead and be the veterans for this young group.
Coach, meron po ba kayong gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Wala naman. Salamat lang sa lahat ng suporta from supporters of Perpetual and the Perpetual community. Asahan nyo na talagang magsusumikap kami para mag-prepare for season 100.
Thank you so much, Coach. Back to you, Migs.
And that was Coach Olsen Racela keeping it short and sweet. We'll be back in a few short moments for more Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3 action. We'll be back. And we are back now for the third quarter between the OLFU Phoenix and the University of Perpetual Help Altas. Naveen, for the Perpetual Help Altas outscored and out-rebounded this OLFU team.
Exactly. Now, the rebounding numbers, 26-13, you would say, okay, but Perpetual had 9 turnovers. That's why the rebounding isn't so high for Fatima, because in some occasions they got the ball by turning Perpetual over. But that's still a 13 rebound advantage. Now, both teams aren't shooting great from the field. 11 of 26 for the Altas, 10 out of 33 for OLFU. But so far, the free throw shooting has been better for Perpetual. They're 9 out of 9 from the charity stripe. So if they can clean up the turnovers, this could turn into a blowout soon, unless Fatima can even it out with better scoring and better rebounding, considering they have the height advantage.
And that was Morida with an early offense 3. That's his first points of the ball game. Kobe Davis on the side for OLFU. Romero trying to find Torre at the post. Gives another screen for De La Cruz. Power drive, kicks it out. Almost a turnover. Kobe Davis open again but could not convert. And that's the battle for the rebound. And JP Boral was trying to clamor for his case. As he said, De La Cruz pushed him. But it appears that the ball will stay with OLFU.
9 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in this third quarter. 7-point lead already for Perpetual. And this is usually the time when great teams make their run early in the second half. Let's see if Perpetual can do something similar.
Shifty move there from De La Cruz but can't convert the 2 points. Perpetual help now with the chance to tack on 2 or 3 more. Boral, hounded by Romero. Faking handoff to Nunez. Argo, pull-up jumper, no good. De La Cruz now with a chance. Finds Davis. Good defense there by Angelo Galzano, turning into a turnover for the Altas. Galzano kicks it out. Extra pass, right corner 3, no good. But Romero will cool it down. De La Cruz trying to find Torre, but the ball will stay with OLFU.
And what Perpetual is doing so impressively right now is making OLFU play to their pace and their style of basketball.
Now Romero will be inbounding for OLFU. Finds Torre, handing it back off to Romero. A little pick and roll action but hits Torre's foot. And Perpetual help will now run again. Argo. Morida was open on the left side but no pass there. So De La Cruz will be running it again for OLFU. Passes it to Davis. Power dribble and finger rolls it in for 2 points for OLFU.
Davis might get some attraction from schools in the UAAP and NCAA if he keeps this up, partner.
Yun nga talagang ganda ng pinapakita niya. And actually, from the halftime stats, siya yung MVP so far ng OLFU with 9 points, now 11, 3 assists and the steal.
Exactly. Great offense and great defense so far already. Is that 1 or 7 steals? 1 steal, I think.
Yeah, that's one. And just like Loyola gets a 3 down for OLFU.
Just like that, OLFU back in the contest right now. Argo, meanwhile, not doing a great job taking care of the basketball here so far to start this third period. And it's allowed easy transition opportunities for Fatima.
Almost a turnover there by Perpetual help, but that was tapped away by Torre. Trying to find the open man, Boral. No good on that 3. Battle for the rebound. Perpetual help comes with it. Fresh 14 for the boys in red. Argo trying to look for that ball against Galzano.
Last few possessions, Perpetual's offense all out of sorts. Not a lot of communication, kind of disorganized.
That's not what you want to see if you want the Perpetual help to maintain this lead. But this is the window that OLFU could be waiting for. 14 seconds on the shot clock for Perpetual help as Boral will be inbounding for the red shirts.
The arena suddenly got quiet here. Intensity really ramping up in this contest. I think safe to say both teams really want this win to start the conference.
Pinatap-in lang yata ni ref si Jericho Nunez as Argo pull-up jumper finds the bottom this time.
And that's a great possession for Argo that time. That jump shot should build his confidence after the early turnovers this period and get him to maybe avoid looking to make too many mistakes.
De La Cruz hounded by Argo there. Good defense on the ball. Romero free for that 3. Hits the back of the iron. And Galzano swallows up that rebound.
And no
Argo,
Davis right
nagmamadali.
now.
Counter steal by Loyola. Loyola, extra pass. Gets the basket and the bruise. And he will go to the free throw line for 1 more.
And Perpetual here had the opportunity early in the third period to really possibly put a stamp on this game, but the turnovers have allowed OLFU to come back in this contest.
And timeout is called by the University of Perpetual Help Altas. 38-33, 5-point lead for the red shirts. We'll be back in a few short moments. And we are back now for the third quarter. The players to watch out for, actually for OLFU, as we mentioned earlier in the pregame, is Gab Gotera. And apparently kanina, making his presence felt today is Kobe Davis.
Absolutely, absolutely. And he has been solid on both ends of the floor. Defense, offense, and offense also by passing. As we look at the lineup here of OLFU, like we said, Kobe Davis. I do want to see more out of their big man, Torre. I feel like he could have more of an impact in this game if he utilizes that size advantage more. But at the same time, it's up to his teammates also to realize that's where our advantage is. Let's try to get him easy scoring opportunities. And when he went to the free throw line earlier, he looked like he can convert from there as well. So even if he gets fouled, it's not such a bad thing.
Yun yung threat ng mga big man eh. Kasi minsan pag fina-foul mo, hindi sila nakaka-free throw.
Yeah.
Kaya foul lang ng foul. But he proved that he could make some free throws earlier. Argo being bothered here by OLFU after some miscommunication on the Altas side. Argo will get it back. Hands it off to Boral. 10 seconds now for Perpetual Help. As Morida gets that ball on the left side, referee whistles a stop to the play, and he will be approaching the scorer's table for a confirmation of the call.
And right after the timeout, Coach Olsen wasn't exactly thrilled with how his team attacked the pressure defense of OLFU, telling his players be in better position to receive that pass once that double team comes in the backcourt. And that was almost a backcourt violation for the Altas.
And the warning was just issued for Charles De La Cruz, number 91 of OLFU, after resenting to a call. And after that incursion, Nat Sevilla will be going to the free throw line for 2 shots as he tried to go up for the layup.
While we have a break in action, we want to thank everyone watching in the stream on YouTube and Facebook for this game. Also, if you want to watch live, 100 pesos lang ang ticket for the games, usually here at the ENDERUN colleges in BGC.
And don't forget to follow Pinoy Liga Cup on Facebook and Instagram to be up to date with the latest announcement of the league.
And make sure to watch our mga interviews ng ating courtside reporter, si CJ Ang, on Instagram and Facebook as well.
Romero gets it for OLFU. 5.5 remaining in the third quarter. Trying to find Loyola. Nasaraduhan ng pinto ni Boral. Double team there. Almost a turnover. Romero has to put it up, in and out. Battle for the rebound. Torre failing to get that rebound for OLFU, but gets that second chance. Torre on the inside, blocked from behind by Boral. But there's a foul. May kasamang Balat, and Torre will be going to the free throw line for 2 shots.
And Mix, that's what I've been talking about. If you are if you are OLFU, get that ball to your big man because he has proven he can make free throws. So get the other team in penalty situation even if you don't get the inside bucket.
Ito na nga, let's see if Mamadou Torre can actually keep up his free throw performance.
3 out of 3 so far. He's not playing this game today, but Patrick Sleet of Perpetual Help is in attendance watching his team in action.
And mukhang na-commentators curse tayo doon, Navin. 3 out of 4 na si Mamadou Torre from the free throw line.
75%,
But still, 75%. JP Boral trying to find the opening for Perpetual. Trying to find the opening still. Morida, fall away jumper. Not the best shot selection there for Perpetual.
That's going to be team foul number 4 on OLFU, which means every foul they commit from here on out in this quarter will lead to free throws for the Altas.
And that's not what you want when you're down by 5 here in the second half, actually, or at any point in the game. 14 seconds left to work with for the Altas.
It looks
Boral.
like that was actually just the 3rd team foul on Our Lady of Fatima.
Boral challenging Torres' defense. Second serving, no good.
Yes,
and OLFU now will run.
Yeah, now they made it 4-team foul, so they have to be careful here.
Torre on the inside, he is fouled. Getting that second team foul from Perpetual as Jericho Nunez gets the second team foul for Perpetual Help.
And you can see Coach Olsen really going deep into his bench, giving his second and third stringers the opportunity to show what they're capable of. And that's one of the advantages of playing in a league katulad ng Pinoy Liga and other off-season tournaments. See what you have to prepare yourselves for the main leagues later in the year while also competing and trying to win right now.
Checking in is Emmanuel Pecaro. De La Cruz nasaraduhan ng pinto doon ng dalawang alta. A sea of red in De La Cruz's eyes. And Perpetual Help will now run. Boral, open for that three. Quick into the possession, but no good. Torre taps it to Romero.
Three-point shooting has been very off for both teams in this contest. But they'll keep letting it fly.
And there's another miss there for OLFU. And De La Cruz bumps out Boral. And now Boral and De La Cruz getting into a bit of a scuffle after that last foul as De La Cruz takes down Boral.
And this is most likely going to be an unsportsmanlike foul called on Our Lady of Fatima. And right away, I mean, at first glance, when we saw Boral get up, we thought, okay, is this going to turn into something more physical than it should be? But you saw him give the 2 thumbs up right away, realizing that, okay, he had his head in the right place. He saw his coaching staff, head coach Olsen Racela, the assistant coaches go to the team right away and say, no, let's not get into something that's not worth it, especially for up by 5 points. And the other team, already in the penalty, is likely going to be given an unsportsmanlike foul too, which means 2 free throws plus ball possession.
And ito yung mga hindi naiisip ng players in the heat of the moment Kasi pag nagkakabanggaan, nagkakakiskisan dyan sa loob, as it was seen by Boral and De La Cruz a while ago, hindi na naiisip yan.
Din yan diba? Like as a player, sometimes you want to stand your ground, diba? You don't want the other team to know na, okay, pwede tayong ganyanin lang, right? You want to show them, or rather tell them, you can't do that, diba? I will stand up, I will fight back. And there's a way to do that without letting it escalate to something that no one wants.
And the referees are now conferring for the final call during that incursion.
While we have a break in action, we want to thank the sponsors of the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup, Amelie Hotel, Eastern Communications, Kickstart Coffee, Antbox, and of course, a shout out to our founder, Mr. Benny Benitez, and to everyone watching the stream, of course.
And of course, our Commissioner, Wilson Ang.
Yes, our Commissioner, Wilson Ang. Our technical head, Mr. Igan Borbe, also here today. Again, also thank you to our viewers, whether that's in the stream or those who are watching live.
And only warnings were issued against JP Boral and Charles De La Cruz.
So I am mistaken. I had assumed mistakenly that was surely going to be an unsportsmanlike foul.
Apparently warning pa lang.
But it looks like a common foul and a warning on both teams, which to some degree is also good because that way, you know, you're trying to, if you're the referees, you're trying to say after reviewing, okay, that's a good foul, play on. Let's not let things get too heated.
And Boral sinks that second free throw.
I'm looking at Romero here for OLFU. You know, the whole game he hasn't been able to get his outside shot to go in, but he keeps letting it fly because that seems to be his role in this team. That seems to be his strength. Quick trigger, pull up from 3. If he can make 1 or 2 here consecutively, or even in a short amount of time, that could open things up for Our Lady of Fatima's offense.
Actually, parang shooter's gonna shoot talaga
Yes.
Romero, 10 seconds left to shoot here for OLFU, but quick double team on the inside. Top of the key 3, no good for OLFU Phoenix. And Perpetual Help now with another chance.
In that time, you're seeing Perpetual kind of let Fatima shoot from outside. They're packing the paint, not letting Torre get an easy pass entry. And they're trying to bank on the fact that Our Lady of Fatima hasn't been able to convert all game long from outside.
And that was just a bit of scrappiness between Alan Maglupay and Andre Romero on the inside. As Maglupay was actually trying to fight for position. But since penalty na nga ang OLFU, Naveen, 2 free throws here for Perpetual Help.
And you know, Migs, having covered college basketball for more than a decade now, there are two things I always look at in the stat sheet after games. One, turnovers. Who did a better job taking care of the basketball? Now, in this game, Perpetual hasn't been able to do that. They have committed more turnovers, but to counter their mistakes and errors, they have dominated the rebounding advantage, even if the other team has an FSA. So props to them for that. And then the second major stat I look at is free throw shooting. Something as simple as converting your charities could make the difference of a close win or a close loss. And so far, Perpetual, every time they've gotten the chance to put points on the board at the foul line, they've converted at a great rate.
And to add to that free throw point, no, Naveen, 9 out of 9 ang Altas approaching the second half. Pero kanina nagmintis na sila and 5 out of 8 for OLFU. Labayen kicks it out. Tiamzon all day to shoot, pero could not convert that three-pointer. Fast break here for the Altas. Can't get that layup to go. Battle for the rebound. OLFU comes up with it. Here comes Tiamzon. And another turnover here. Turnover after turnover for both teams now. Bang at the bucket. It's good for Allen Maglupay, the former UE Red Warrior. And he will go to the free throw line for one gimme.
Now a 10-point lead for the Altas, the biggest of the game for Coach Olsen Rosella's squad. They're also forcing more turnovers now for out of OLFU. And I'm curious when we will see the return of Kobe Davis para sa Fatima, because he has been great since whenever he's been on the court in this contest. And the last few minutes na he hasn't been in this game, it's gone sour for his team.
That's actually what I've been wondering. It's 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Wala pa rin si Kobe Davis for OLFU, and now they're down 10.
That's true. Now, maybe they're keeping him fresh for the final quarter. But
probably.
This is at risk of getting out of hand real quick.
Yes. And just like that, it's a 10-point lead. Double-digit lead now for the Altas. Ken Labayen cut into it. Three-pointer. Nabati ko yata. Good save there for OLFU, but down to the wrong man.
Just unable to convert all game long for OLFU from the downtown area.
That was Texon with a save. Good find on the inside for the Altas. But that was a travel call apparently on the Altas. So that's a turnover in favor of OLFU.
You know what's an underrated art in the game of basketball, partner?
What?
The pump fake.
Actually.
Pump fake, quick dribble. Once you get your defender up in the air, if you travel, sayang, diba? But if you're able to maintain your balance, yes, exactly, fundamentals.
Labayen gets it at the top of the key. Will he attempt another three? No. And that's an offensive foul called on Rodman Templanuevo of OLFU. So the ball will go back to the Altas with less than 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And time is running here for the Altas. Barely getting it in time. And a bit of heat there between Nat Sevilla and Texon. Parang pinamp-fake ni Nat Sevilla sa mukha na yun ni Texon, but Texon not batting an eye at all.
And now you're kind of seeing Our Lady of Fatima lose their cool a little bit. No, that foul earlier that was ruled a common foul, but could have also been a flagrant foul. Right there, the foul in the backcourt, awarding easy points when you're in penalty situation.
That's not what you want to see if you're OLFU.
Exactly, and you're seeing how important composure is when it comes to maintaining a lead in a basketball game.
But you know, it's their debut game dito sa PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup. There's no way to go but up here for OLFU Phoenix. But of course, hindi pa tapos ang ating laban. OLFU now with possession. Gomez. Hounded there by Axel Manuel. And that's a foul on Axel Manuel there on the perimeter.
And that was just a 13th foul of the quarter for the Altas. So they can, if they're smart, they can use that extra foul to give wisely to prevent an easy basket for OLFU.
Here we go, OLFU now. Hands it off to Gomez. Picked up by Axel Manuel. Trying to look for the opening here, but good defense on the inside. Access denied. No fly zone, but second serving is good for Tiamzon. 2 points for OLFU. Pressure here being applied by OLFU. But Perpetual Health breaks it with ease. Not Sevilla goes up strong, no good. Battle for the rebound, second serving. Could not connect as Alan Maglupay will go back to the free throw line for 2 more shots, and both teams are now in the penalty, Naveen.
Exactly. Both teams now in the penalty. But again, it's Perpetual that keeps taking advantage of it. They have lived at the foul line this quarter. When you're a team rallying from a double-digit deficit, the last thing you need to do is award easy points to the adversary.
So now Alan Maglupay at the free throw line here for University of Perpetual Health in an attempt to tack on more points into this lead. Makes both there for Maglupay. OLFU trying to bring down the ball here. Labayen, hounded by Argo. By Alcantara rather. Tiamzon, all day to shoot, top of the key, finally finds the bottom of the net. And a much needed 3 here for OLFU.
Much needed is right, and that's going to be an unsportsmanlike foul on Perpetual Health.
And that might have been a little bit of an acting job from Labayen as Perpetual Health is in disbelief. And here we go, the mental warfare between these both teams, Naveen.
Exactly. This is a good opportunity for OLFU here to perhaps cut into the lead further just when it looked like Perpetual would threaten to run away with the victory. A big 3-pointer followed by easy free throw. I mean, not easy, you have to make the free throws, but a chance to get easy points at the foul line. And then maybe you get the ball back, and suddenly what was a 10-point deficit could be 5 or 6 entering the final quarter, and suddenly you still have a chance.
But the referee now at the scorer's table reviewing that last possession, seeing what happened to Labayen with the Alta. With 46 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, 49-40, still in favor of the University of Perpetual Health Altas against the debuting OLFU Phoenix. The original signal of the referee was for an unsportsmanlike foul, but now they're trying to confirm if it does warrant an unsportsmanlike. And the referees rule that it is an offensive foul against not Sevilla, against Josh Alcantara rather. So the unsportsmanlike is not pushing through, but that stopped the momentum for Perpetual Health for sure.
Yes, absolutely. But it looks like a side out here for Fatima instead of free throws. So no easy points at the foul line, but they get the ball back after just hitting a 3-pointer.
Labayen gets the inbound. Tamzon looking for that 3 again, top of the key. Same spot, different result as it hits all air. And the Altas bench absolutely loving that miss from OLFU. As 37 seconds reads the game clock here in the third quarter. And again, full court press being applied by Phoenix.
Mental warfare going on from the bench of Perpetual Health.
Each team just wants to get under each other's skin,
nice
but great
pass.
extra pass. Pero mukhang nagkakonting sahod dun between OLFU and the Perpetual Health. As an Alta is on the floor after a great fast break. And we are waiting for the referee's review, and they will be signaling a review of the play to see what really happened on that play. OLFU and University of Perpetual Health will be proceeding to both of their benches. So this could be an opportunity for OLFU to recollect for the last 27 seconds of the third quarter, or Perpetual Health to tack on more points into this lead, Naveen.
That's true, Migs. And you know, this quarter has felt very long with the reviews and some of the fouls lately. And I understand as a viewer sometimes medyo nakakaumay din. No? There's action, tapos break, review. But at the same time, the review isn't just for the purpose of, as we see, a head coach's challenge. Yes. So Our Lady Fatima will have a coach's challenge of this last call. But the reviews aren't just to make sure that the calls are right by the referees. It's also an opportunity to let possible tempers not get a little too exaggerated.
Yeah.
You know, it's heated basketball, it's physical. Teams are going back and forth, up and down, elbows, pushing, some trash talking. So these little breaks, good opportunity to cool down, of course.
It's the intangibles talaga minsan eh. Sometimes hindi na nakikita yan.
Yeah, exactly. You know, these things pile up eh. You know, a player will give you an elbow in the first quarter, hindi mo makakalimutan yan. Tapos, you know, if you have the chance a few minutes later na gumante ng konti, gagawin mo yan. And then just adds, and then sometimes it escalates. So, this is a good opportunity to let things cool down.
And the referees ruled that the challenge was successful by OLFU. And the ball will go back to OLFU Phoenix. So Perpetual Health will be on defense for the 27 seconds left here in the third quarter. But they will be inbounding from the opposite side of the court.
And the last thing you want to do if you're Perpetual Health right now
is foul.
Exactly. Penalty situation for both teams, not actually just Perpetual Health. Even if you're Our Lady of Fatima, if you miss the shot, the last thing you want to do is try to, you know, swipe the ball, which actually turns out to be a foul and gives Perpetual easy free throws.
Sakit nun.
Exactly.
Labayan now. Being guarded, picked up by Josh Alcantara. Texon. Perimeter movement here for OLFU. Trying to find the inside opening. Texon. Good defense here by Perpetual, but that's a travel called on Texon. Taking too many steps on that possession, and we're down to the last 10 seconds of the third quarter.
Exactly. 9 seconds here for Perpetual to get a shot up. These are instances you work at in practice, time and situation. Let's see what they run.
Perpetual Health having a bit of trouble inbounding the ball here. Double teamed here at the backcourt. A little tap there. 3 seconds left to go. And great. Parang napaganda pa para kay Allen Maglupay. 2 points for the Altas. 51-40 is our score at the end of the third quarter. 11-point lead now for the Altas after being down from OLFU's lead earlier in the first half. We'll be back for the final quarter of regulation only here at the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup Season 3. And for the final quarter of regulation, an 11-point cushion here for the University of Perpetual Health Altas. Can they continue to get a win against the debuting OLFU Phoenix, or will the men in white from Valenzuela get a win in their first game in the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup? Only time will tell. Last 10 minutes of regulation, probably overtime, we'll see. That's Labayen calling the play for OLFU. And good defense still by Perpetual Health. Offhand layup, but good defense there by Perpetual. Could not finish there for OLFU. And Perpetual receiving that same type of pressure from OLFU as Ace Tiamzon taps it out.
Two timeouts left in this game for Perpetual Health. The officials table just mentioned that to Coach Olsen Rosella. But if things keep going the way it is right now, I don't think he might have to use it.
And great move on the inside there by Justin Mascareñas. I believe that's his first 2 points of the ball game. Labayen running into a wall That was JM Talubot. Tulabot rather, sorry.
Parang sakit nun ah.
Oh, kung ako yun, siguro ramdam ko yun hanggang next week. Napatilapon si sila ba yun eh, pero ang lakas-lakas na nga ng katawan, tapos si Tulabot nung nagkabanggaan siya.
Tama. With that speed pa ha.
Parang MRT tsaka Wigo eh.
Kobe Davis, by the way, back in the game now for
Finally,
OLFU. Yes.
for OLFU.
I don't know why he rode the bench for so long. Was it foul trouble?
Perpetual. Running. Fast break. Medyo pinagpag ng konti yung depensa.
Oh, okay.
And a little big boy move by Allen Maglupay. Gets the 2 points for Perpetual.
The Spinaroonie.
Nahilo yung defender niya dun. Parang nilagay sa washing machine. Tiamzon gets that handoff from Davis. De La Cruz, probably the shiftiest player I've seen on the OLFU arsenal. Tiamzon gets that shot blocked by Justin Mascareñas, making his presence felt both on offense and defense. And Mascareñas with 4 crucial points for Perpetual Help, providing a 17-point cushion here for Perpetual Help. We'll be back in a few short moments for more Pinoy Liga action. Fourth quarter action now between OLFU and University of Perpetual Help after that timeout. 17-point lead for the men in red, asserting their dominance against the debuting OLFU. And Torre missing a gimme there. Battle for the rebound, and the referees will whistle a stop to the play. And it took more than one Alta to stop Torre there. Talagang nahihirapan nga ang depensa ng Perpetual Help after successfully stopping Torre in the first half. Pero ngayon medyo nahihirapan na.
Yeah, 17-point lead, the largest of the game for Perpetual Help. Definitely an impressive second half for them. Medyo topsy-turvy sila in the first half, but here so far since the third quarter started, they have been the better team on both ends of the floor.
De La Cruz kicks it out, left corner triple, no good. Attempted second serving, but OLFU could not control the rock. And the ball will go back to Perpetual Help.
Exactly, and all game long, it's been a struggle for OLFU to really convert from outside. They've gotten a lot of good looks, you know, pati yung mga open shots, iba air ball, just not going in. They've only made, I think, 3 or 4 3-pointers, and they've attempted way more. So we'll see how they do in the next game.
Good tap away by Kobe Davis, and De La Cruz will finish this fast break for the 2 points. And again, Kobe Davis making his presence felt both on offense and defense. OLFU missed him for sure. Argo will call out the play for Perpetual. Olsen Racela did not like that last possession for the Altas. Torre forcing that travel against JM Tulabot. Natakot siya sa depensa. Ang laki ng kaharap niya eh.
Correct.
Di niya alam kung kakanan, kakaliwa. Pero sige, travel na lang. And now De La Cruz is back in the ball game. Both De La Cruz and Davis, mukhang ito yung frontliners talaga ng OLFU, Navin. And Torre, easy look on the inside after a great entry pass by OLFU.
See, that was a good possession for OLFU. Spread the floor out, allow Torre to get the ball cleanly without many defenders trying to crowd the paint for him. And there you get an easy 2 points.
Ito na nga, good ball defense here by OLFU, forcing the miss for Perpetual. And OLFU sees numbers. They will look to run. Davis finds De La Cruz. Right corner. And tries to bounce it off the foot of Argo.
And then we have a 3-on-2 break advantage such as OLFU had there. You need to do a better job of converting. At least get a shot attempt. Sayang yung opportunity.
Yeah. And now the lead of Perpetual Help is down to 13. So don't count OLFU out with 7 minutes still left here in the fourth quarter. Gomez. Strong drive along the baseline. Finds left side 3. Drills it. And that's bottom for Loyola. And cuts the lead down to 10 now. And Davin, here we go. OLFU knocking on the door of this Perpetual Help lead.
Exactly. Good test here for the young Perpetual Altas team to see if they have what it takes to close out an opponent after building a lead.
Morida, 10 seconds left to work with here for the Altas. Gelsano on the outside. Finds Boral. Steps back against Torre. Last second jumper, no good. Now Davis will look to run. With De La Cruz. Tries entry pass to Torre, but that's a bad pass selection for De La Cruz. Argo, a little sidestep, kicks it out. Boral, all day to shoot. Too many passes there for Perpetual.
And
Too
right
many passes.
intentions, just not good execution. With passes, sometimes you think you have the angle, you think you have the opening, but your body might be going at a different speed, and you don't take that into account, and the ball, instead of going to your teammate, sails out of bounds.
And here we go, Kobe Davis hands it off to De La Cruz. A little pick and roll action here. Torre, left alone on the outside. 10 seconds left to shoot for OLFU. De La Cruz, much needed 3 there for OLFU. Thinking 3 and making 3. As De La Cruz fist pumps his teammates, cuts down the lead to 7. We'll be back in a few short moments for more Pinoy Liga Cup action.
Let's begin. So now, as you can see, our sales have increased and we've been receiving positive feedbacks from our clients. Get this quarter, we need to improve.
What's happening? Invite nyo ulit. Siya yata yung na-disconnect. Sige po. Ay nako, who's eating up the bandwidth?
Oh wow! Sounds like this business needs a stronger connection. In this case, this business needs Eastern IDS, a dedicated business-grade internet that lets you own your...
And we are back for more fourth quarter action only here at the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3, live on Facebook and YouTube. Also live here at the ENDERUN colleges dito lang sa Taguig.
And we were just speaking with Patrick Sleet, one of the newest members of UPHSD. He's not playing in this game, but he'll be back in action next game for the Altas. Ooh, sayang.
And almost an extra pass attempt there for OLFU, but interrupted by that Alta defense. All day to shoot. Could have been big there for OLFU, but third serving here for Phoenix. Kobe Davis. Immediately covered there by Gelsano. 10 seconds left to shoot now for OLFU. They have to go quick here. Gomez. Big if it goes. Yes, sir!
And all game long, we've been talking about how OLFU has been unable to convert from outside. Suddenly, in the fourth quarter alone, 3 3-pointers, as many as they made the first 3 quarters of this game. And what was a 17-point Altas lead is down to 4. Well, make that 6.
And what a great move by JP Boral against the defense of Mamadou Torre as he finishes that layup for the Altas.
This is a 13-2 run for OLFU, though.
Excellent effort here by the men in white, Loyola. Swinging it here for OLFU. De La Cruz.
That's
he made a 3 earlier, but nabati ko na naman, Navin. Pasensya na. And Argo barking out orders here for the Altas as we approach the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter.
And this play is called 5 for the Altas. Let's see what they run.
Gelsano finds Boral on the post. Falling down shot, reminding me of a little bit of Nikola Jokic. De La Cruz runs for OLFU. Extra pass, Davis!
Fundamental, simple basketball. 3-on-1 break. Keep passing the ball until you get closer to the rim and then get it to the open man for the layup.
Eto na, napakadikit na ng laban na Bin. 4-point lead na lang for the Altas here. Morida. Trying to find Boral on the right wing.
And you can see right now, Coach Olsen Rosella disappointed that the team isn't running what he wanted to call out. Fortunately for them, they were able to get the basket to go. But it goes to show the growing pains of installing a new system in a team.
And buta na bail out ni Gelsano dun. Torre trying to get that seal against Jericho Nunez, but there's a foul on Perpetual Help.
And interestingly, 0 team fouls so far on OLFU this quarter. Already 3 on the Altas. So OLFU doing a good job causing turnovers without fouling, and because of that, they have a chance to get even closer in this game. This is a 6-point lead with 3.5 to go in the contest.
And malaking foul yun para sa Altas because that's Jericho Nunez's 4th personal foul. Bailout pass by Torre. Loyola all day. No good. Altas pull it down. Argo now will dictate the offense.
And again, makes me wonder, why did Kobe Davis not play more in the 3rd period?
Now we know.
Since he returned here in the 4th quarter,
now we know.
He's been solid.
Pero a little bit might be a little too late, but we'll see. 3 minutes still left. And that's a travel called on Perpetual. And Olsen Rosella is absolutely furious. But on the head coach side of OLFU, Raf Rivera is probably loving this mental warfare between these two teams. His debuting OLFU Phoenix against the seasoned coaching of Olsen Rosella and the NCAA contenders of Perpetual Help Altas.
And you can see Coach Olsen trying to be as patient as he can be, but also knowing when to up the pressure and getting his players to realize what they have to run.
And there we go.
The 3-point shooting of OLFU is showing up at the right time. We have a game here.
The ring suddenly looks like an ocean for the men in white right now. And Perpetual Help struggling to find their rhythm again, both on offense and defense, David.
And you know, sometimes when you're down big in a game and you think maybe defeat is imminent, the pressure's off. You just let it fly without thinking too much about what you're running. And because of that, shots starts, going in. But right here, composure. Again, Migs, we've talked about it. Composure. You need to stay level-headed.
And siguro for our viewers na hindi nakakita no, that's a technical foul called on De La Cruz, a player for OLFU. They're down by 3, and a technical foul now awards free throws and a possession now for Perpetual Help. Costly foul there for De La Cruz.
And Coach Ryan from the UPHSD staff telling his players, mag-usap kayo while your teammate is taking the free throw. Telling his vets, or rather the older players on the team, gather the other players, talk to each other while you're in the court, plan what you're going to do after this free throw. And those are the little intangibles that have to be developed if you want to be a winning team.
Hindi lang kasi stats nagsasalita, Navin. It's how it's your chemistry as a team, the coaching staff, the personnel, and at the end, it's just your desire to win. It's the heart.
Especially when the other team is on an 18-4 run.
Yeah, exactly. Kanina yung Perpetual Help yung talagang nagmamartilyo dito sa OLFU. Pero ngayon, OLFU now almost with the upper hand against the seasoned Altas.
More 3-pointers in this quarter alone for OLFU compared to the first 3 periods of this game. Makes you think, what would have happened had OLFU converted at a better rate early on? They might even be on top right now.
Almost a steal attempt there for OLFU. Great defensive pressure here by Phoenix. Argo, pamatay sunog jumper for the Altas, stacking on 2 points for the Perpetual Help.
And he trusts that midi game of his.
And the referee calls another foul on JM Tolabot against Mamadou Torre. Trying to prevent that seal of Mamadou Torre. The towering presence for OLFU right now. Pero medyo nakukulangan ako sa paggamit kay Mamadou Torre ngayon, Navin.
Exactly, but they need to get the ball to him here. See if you can get an easy 2 or kick it out for an open 3 to a teammate.
Strong drive here by Loyola, pero nasaraduhan ng pinto ni Allen Maglupay rather. Torre using his brute force to get the 2 points. And Coach Olsen absolutely shouting at his boys to get the damn ball. Good defensive pressure here by OLFU. They have to stay composed here. 3-point lead na lang for the Altas. Last 2 minutes here in the ball game.
Pinch action coming for the Altas. Let's see if they can run it.
Time ticking down now. Maglupay. And that's a 24-second shot clock violation. 24-second shot clock violation against Perpetual Help. And here we go. This is the window that OLFU needs. With 1.5 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter, they can tie the game with a 3 or just cut into the lead with a 2.
1 minute 31 seconds left in this game.
And OLFU trying to bark out orders here to get their men in order. As Labayen will be at the guard position, bringing it down for Phoenix. Labayen kicks it out, Loyola. 3 if it goes, no good. And OLFU absolutely swallows that rebound. That rebound was by Gomez. Torre, patience on the inside, but absolutely panapayungan ng Altas dun.
Wasted opportunity there. That was a great look for Torre.
But could not convert there for OLFU, but now Altas can now put the icing on the cupcake here. Less than 1 minute. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Quick shot there, no good. And Gomez gets that rebound. Chance to tie the game here for OLFU. Gomez
and
taps that ball away. But from our view, it looks like it got off the hands of an Alta. So that might just be OLFU ball. But the referees will review.
Yes, exactly. Got to give props here to Our Lady of Fatima. They are currently in a 20-6 run, which has cut this lead to 3 with 43 seconds left in this game. It's been helped by converting 4 3-pointers. It's been helped by the fact that they've been able to get the ball to Torre inside. I love the energy that Davis has played with so far. A lot of encouraging signs. And you know what? For a program like Our Lady of Fatima going up against an NCAA team like Perpetual, led by a staff, including Coach Olsen Rosella, this is very encouraging. And you can even tell yourself, if you're OLFU, listen, kung pumasok yung mga tres natin in the earlier quarters, this might even be a closer game right now, if not the game where we have the lead. And they have the opportunity to tie it, as the review shows that they will retain possession.
We're really going down to the wire in this game as the referees just signal that it's OLFU ball. And the referees continuing to be very scrutinizing every possession to make sure that they get these calls right. And Gomez now will be inbounding for OLFU.
I wouldn't be surprised if they get Gomez the ball here to maybe get a 3-point shot up. Sometimes the most dangerous offensive player is the one inbounding the ball. But let's see if they can avoid the turnover.
Davis kicks it out, Loyola. No good. Altas get that rebound. And now about 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Manuel telling his boys to calm down. Let's stay collected here.
Another
good
turnover.
Defensive play there for OLFU. And Labayen now with a chance. Labayen, quick screen from Torre. Gomez, good transition defense here by Perpetual Help. Staying with Labayen, kicks it out. Gomez, quick 3. Bit in, bouncing it off on Alta. Good basketball IQ there from Loyola, keeping the ball in play. And the ball will stay with OLFU.
There will be a review of the last possession, as was just announced by the game barker. The referee's trying to get this call right. We didn't see it from our angle, Migs, who the ball went off of. But
yeah, I saw. Nakita na. Parang Alta eh. Parang Alta.
Yeah, parang. But I guess we'll get confirmation in a little bit.
Yeah.
And this is a good opportunity for both coaches to diagram something, depending on the situation that the review is going to decide.
5 seconds left to go dito sa fourth quarter. 3-point lead na lang ang kinakapitan ng Perpetual Help dito. And we've seen the perimeter shooting of OLFU here in the fourth quarter. Talagang nag-skyrocket na in comparison to the first half.
So it's going to be OLFU basketball. 4.7 seconds left on the clock. That's really enough time just for one attempt. So they need to get a 3-pointer up right here. So the question becomes, who do you trust? Will it be Loyola? Will it be Gomez? Both guys have knocked down 3-pointers lately, but they also just missed a 3-pointer each in the last possession. Maybe it's Davis. Who knows?
Pero 4 3-point threats here for OLFU actually. All positions except Torre, since we haven't seen him score from the perimeter at all in this game. So we'll see how this play pans out. Inbounding now is Labayen. Screens being set here. Corner. Gets that ball to go. And triple goes down for Loyola. All the way from Valenzuela. Kevin Loyola says, there is ice in my veins.
What a shot.
With 2.5 seconds remaining.
What an incredible shot.
Ties the game at 63, Naveen. I can't believe this.
The 5th three-pointer this quarter for Our Lady of Fatima.
From Valenzuela with love, sabi ni Kevin Loyola as he sinks that cold-blooded 3 in front of 2 altas actually.
Exactly. And that's what happens when you play with fire. You keep allowing the opposing team to get offensive rebounds. You keep allowing them to turn you over. Perpetual took their foot off the gas pedal here in the 4th period, and Our Lady of Fatima was more than willing to take advantage of that lapse in error, or lapse in judgment rather, because there have been some mistakes here in the 4th period that were just simply careless from the Altas' side, diba? I mean, the careless passes that led to 2-on-1 or 3-on-2 fast break opportunities, the open looks from outside. Yes, the other team had been missing it all game long, but when they start making the shots, you need to do a better job defending it.
Exactly.
That last shot by Loyola, well defended by the Altas, to give them credit. But the 3-pointers this quarter before that, some of them were quite wide open.
Yeah. So sometimes hindi lang talagang grabe yung kay Kevin Loyola na yun, eh. And medyo na-interrupt ng konti yung vision ko from the scorer's table. But that's a 3 for Kevin Loyola, tying the game at 63 with less than 3 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And we're about to resume the action here only in the PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup Season 3.
So
of
now
course,
an opportunity here for Perpetual to run something and get a look. I wonder who they're going to give the ball to. Because if this game goes into overtime, that's not to say that Fatima would win, but they would have a lot of motivation and momentum based on how this 4th quarter has gone, because they're currently in the process of a 23-6 run.
and this actually could just go straight to overtime. And the referees just confirmed that it was indeed a 3 by Kevin Loyola in that last play. And OLFU Phoenix calls the timeout. The game is tied at 63. Less than 3 seconds left in the 4th quarter. We'll be back in a few short moments for more PINOYLIGA Collegiate Cup action. Coming from this OLFU timeout, the game is tied at 63. The possession is with University of Perpetual Help. And the game schedule for today, OLFU and the University of Perpetual Help Altas facing off right now for game 1. And later on this afternoon, Guangming College will be facing off against the home court ENDERUN Titans. So stay tuned later after this game between University of Perpetual Help and OLFU. And now Argo will be inbounding. Quick play, tapped away. And that's great defense by OLFU. Could have been a buzzer beater. And Naveen, we're going to overtime.
We are going to overtime indeed, partner. What a comeback so far by the Our Lady of Fatima College. They have a chance to secure a big win here. We shall see what happens.
So we'll be back in a few short moments. Stay tuned. We're done with the 4 quarters of regulation, Naveen, and now we are going into overtime. 5 more minutes of basketball action between these two teams.
Well, Migs, off-air, you're predicting this would go to 3 overtime. So it looks like we're here for another 15 minutes. In all seriousness, great play to start this overtime period by Perpetual.
Great layup there by Angelo Gelsano of Perpetual Health. 2 more points for the men in red. Labayen now for OLFU. Kobe Davis and Torre now back in for OLFU. Labayen, left wing 3. No good. Bounces off the iron and Boral gets it.
And I believe Our Lady of Fatima hasn't led in this game since early in the second quarter.
And they just came back from a great deficit, and now we're in overtime. Ooh, what a move by Manuel. Trying to lose his defender. Kicks it out, Morida. 10 seconds left to work with. Great patience here by Perpetual Health as Morida buries that left side 3 for Perpetual Health.
Great start to this overtime period for Perpetual Health. It seems like they've composed themselves after they look rattled for most of the fourth period.
Pero 4 more minutes here to play for overtime. 3 ball, OLFU, yes sir! Bottom for Denzel Gomez.
And like we said, that confidence from outside starting to increase for OLFU.
And mukhang na-finger dun si Torre. Pero the play will go on and the ball will stay with Perpetual Health.
So game situation right now, Perpetual Health already in penalty, OLFU just 2 team fouls, 1 timeout each for both squads.
Trying to find the open man. Ang tagal ng bola dun kay number 21. Running shot by Boral. A pretty low percentage shot against Torres' defense. And now OLFU has a chance to tack on 2 or 3 more. Gomez. Cold-blooded 3. Big if it goes. No good.
Definitely could have been a big shot. Could have given them their lead for the first time since the second quarter. Now it's about getting a stop on this end.
Nunez. Trying to get some steps on the inside, but a bit too many steps there for Jericho Nunez.
Also could have been a 3-second violation.
And Argo will be checking in for Manuel.
Now watch for Argo's mid-range jumpers here in overtime. Kasi kanina he had a big shot in the fourth period. Also hit a mid-ranger in the third quarter. So let's see if he can get some points on the board to give Perpetual the separation it needs.
Davis hands it off. And Gomez passing it off to nobody.
Exactly.
And it looks like there was a miscommunication between Torre and Gomez. So the ball will go back to Altas.
Yes, I think that was Davis who turned the ball over in that pass, or was it Gomez?
It was Gomez. He passed it to Torre.
Exactly. Miscommunication that time between both players.
And now Altas have a chance to add on to this slim 2-point lead with less than 3 minutes left in overtime. Great pass there on the inside, but met with a towering defense. And Loyola completes the steal for OLFU. They are now looking to run. Labayen gets that quick seal. And great heads-up defense by Perpetual. And Torre stays with that ball and ties the game at 68 for OLFU.
Superb job by Torre. A lot of times when the big man puts the ball down in his knees, that allows the defenders to swipe it away. But Torre able to contain the basketball and then go up for a layup to tie this game.
10 seconds left for the Altas here. Mid-range jumper.
Wow.
In, out, and in again para kay Angelo Gelsano.
Exactly, and he has been solid here so far in overtime. And you notice a lot of the plays they're running have been through him in the high post.
And it's been paying dividends for them. Davis fakes that 3. Pull-up jumper, shortstop. That's basic basketball, but could not convert that.
It looked like it was straight, just a little too hard.
Oo nga eh.
Again, they're going back to their big man to run the action in the high post.
Boral now on an island with Loyola. Morida, he hit a 3 earlier. Can he tack on 3 more? 5 seconds left to work with for the Altas. Could have been a travel there. Emergency shot but blocked by Torre. And that's a 24-second shot clock violation ruled against the Altas. So now it will be possession for OLFU as they're down by 2 with less than 1.5 minutes here in overtime.
Exactly, and again, just a reminder, the Altas already in penalty situation.
Labayen gives it Davis in the face of Gelsano. What a big 3 para kay Kobe Davis. And his teammates are absolutely loving it. And he will have a chance to tack on one more free throw.
Yes, what a big shot.
Oh my goodness. Kobe Davis. A while ago it was Loyola. And now it's Kobe Davis with ice in his veins. I don't know what they're having at Valenzuela, but I want some of it.
Exactly, the three-point shooting just incredible since the start of the fourth quarter. I believe that's three-point shot number 7 since the fourth quarter started.
Oh, nabilang mo yun, eh?
Exactly, and on top of the three-point shot by Davis, it also looks like it might be a foul, a flagrant foul, perhaps for the landing spot of the shooter, which we know you have to give the shooter the proper space to land in this attempt. So this can go from bad to worse.
But right now, the score is 71-70 as the referees just finalized that it was a three-pointer by Kobe Davis. But now they are reviewing if it was a flagrant foul against the Altas or possibly an offensive foul against Kobe Davis.
Exactly. The Altas coaching staff right now was just asking, would it be possible to overturn the call into an offensive foul? Because they feel that he kicked his leg out, speaking of Davis, on the three-point shot. And just to note, this is the first lead of Our Lady of Fatima since in the early moments of the second period. They were down by 17 points in the fourth quarter, partners. 17 points. I believe the score was 57-40, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was. Actually, that was correct.
So since then,
and
since
now
the start of the fourth quarter, a 31-13 run by the school from Valenzuela. A lot to be proud of if you are a member of this team in school today.
They were from a 17-point lead, and now look at their score. Kabaliktaran na ng 17. Now it's 71.
Exactly. So it looks like it's going to be a common foul, which means one bonus free throw for Kobe Davis. What a turnaround. What a turnaround.
And the energy of OLFU. Just coming out of the gates in their debut game against Olsen Rasela's season Perpetual Help Altas. Regardless if they're rebuilding or not, this team has NCAA experience.
Yes.
And Kobe Davis tacks on another free throw, extending the lead to 2. Argo, bothered by Labayen. OLFU just has to stay disciplined here to keep the lead, and the Altas have to find some offense to get that lead again. Argo gets that pick from Gelsano, trying to post up against Davis. A little fadeaway jumper, no good, and Davis gets that rebound with less than 1 minute remaining here in overtime. Labayen gets it to Davis. Shot clock running down. Gomez trying to find Torre at the post. 10 seconds left to work with for OLFU Phoenix. And the ball stays with OLFU as too many red shirt hands touch that ball.
And guess what, partner? We are going to another review.
Akala ko overtime yung sasabihin mo, Navin eh. Natakot ako eh. Akala ko another overtime yung sasabihin mo. Kasi 70-70 ang ating score. 31.7 seconds left in the ball game.
So it looks like it's prediction season right now for our Pinoy Liga team. Ilan overtimes ba to? Will it reach 3 overtimes? Will it end at 1 overtime?
Dito na lumalabas yung mga odds eh.
Ay, dito tayo exciting.
Pero grabe no, eliminations pa lang. This is just the second day of Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup, and grabe yung action pa lang, yung action of these from these two teams, Perpetual Help and OLFU, coming out of the gate, forcing the game into overtime. And the game announcer has just mentioned that the ball will stay with OLFU Phoenix with 31.7 seconds left in the ball game. 72-70. And Alan Maglupay will be checking in for Perpetual Help. Kobe Davis is now inbounding.
But in all seriousness, partner, a basket here for OLFU could give them the pathway to securing this victory.
Gomez, corner 3. Huge if it goes, pero patay ang butiki doon para kay Gomez. Argo, trying to run now. Maglupay, almost a block by Torre. But what an end-one play para kay Alan Maglupay. And gets the 2 points for the Altas. And he will go to the free throw line for one more.
Big conversion and great awareness by Perpetual that time, pushing the ball in transition after the missed shot by OLFU. allowing the former UE Red Warrior Maglupay to potentially give them the lead here. Let's see if he can make the free throw.
And Olsen Racela actually just put him in the final seconds of that timeout, but he misses the free throw. 1 point lead. Oh, sorry, it's tied at 72.
If you're OLFU here, smart thing to do is hold for the last shot of this overtime period. You win it or you go to double overtime.
Labayen kicks it out Loyola. He made the big shot and he makes another one with 4 seconds remaining here in overtime. 3-point lead for OLFU Phoenix. Ice tubig ang dumadaloy sa ugat ni Loyola. Timeout is called by University of Perpetual Help Altas. We'll be back in a few short moments for more Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup action. Stay tuned. Four seconds left in overtime here in Naveen, 75-72. After a big shot from Kevin Loyola of OLFU, he hit the big shot to force the first overtime and now to clinch the 3-point lead here with 4 seconds remaining.
Absolutely. Great ball movement as well and great job by OLFU staying patient in that last possession until they got the ball to a wide open Loyola and he spot the same spot he had been on fire in the fourth quarter, and I believe that's three-pointer number 8 since the start of the fourth period for OLFU that hit only 3 3-pointers in the first 3 quarters of this game. What a turnaround, what a performance, a 35-15 run since the start of the fourth quarter. Let's see if Perpetual can tie it up.
Perpetual Help will try to inbound here. Finds Nunez. On the outside, that's Maglupay. And there we have it. Big shot after big shot after big shot. And OLFU making their presence felt with a win in their debut game in the Pinoy Liga Collegiate Cup Season 3. 75-72 is our final score in favor of OLFU Phoenix.
What a great performance for OLFU. They were down 17 points to start that fourth quarter. They rallied. They did not put their heads down. They kept fighting, kept forcing turnovers, kept taking the 3-pointers that they were missing previously, kept keeping the faith, shall we say. Kept
Honestly,
the faith,
yeah.
Kept playing like they believed they could still come back in this game. Pressured Perpetual into mistakes. Great basketball between both teams. Great game. Went to overtime. A lot to build on.
And just like you said, what a great game talaga between these two teams. We'll be back in a few short moments for the best player of the game in this ball.
Onwards we march united, in search for what is true. Guided by Our Lady of Fatima, obstacles we push aside, hardships we overcome, but feet can carry us only so much. And so it will have to be our mind that will carry us to the far horizon, when earth can meet with the sky and our spirit can reach for the stars. Oh, Fatima, keep us strong and free. Glory, honor, pride, we bring them back to thee. Oh, Fatima, keep us strong and free. Glory, honor, pride, we bring them back to thee. Fount of truth, where knowledge emanates, where we have learned life will bear fruit, for our success awaits. The children here will sing for thee, we raise our voices clean, we shall achieve unity for our master in the mind and the heart and the hand, ready to serve us best as we can. Perpetual help and the banner we stand, loyal and true, spread the fame o'er the land. Perpetual help, thy fount of truth, where knowledge
Our anthem, player of the game, with 8 points. By Everyone's Forces and 3 steals. From the right of National Phoenix, Kevin Loyola.
And we just ended our first game for today. OLFU winning 75-72 against the University of Perpetual Health. And joining me on the court side is our courtside reporter CJ Ang with our player of the game, Kevin Loyola. CJ?
Thank you, Migs. Mga kaliga, kasama ko ngayon ng ating Antbox Best Player of the Game, si Kevin Loyola of Our Lady of Fatima Phoenix. Kevin, you were hot in the fourth quarter and in the overtime with your timely 3-point shots. Gaano kalaking confidence ang binibigay sa iyo ni Coach Ralph para makuha yung shooting na yan?
Sobrang laking kumpiyansa yung binigay kasi halos yung play na ginagawa or na drawing ni Coach Ralph is para sa akin tsaka yung isang wing namin. So kumpiyansa lang talaga yung binalik ko kay Coach Ralph at maganda naman kasi pumapasok yung mga tira ko.
It was a physical game turned to a close one. How big are these kinds of games for your squad's confidence in this tournament?
Ayun nga, maliliit kami tapos nahihirapan kami sa mga posisyon kasi mismatch yung lahat na posisyon. But sinasabi lang ng mga teammates ko, yung mga coaches ko, dapat kaming lumaban, dapat naming ipakita na pumunta kami dito para mag-compete. Tsaka madadala namin to sa mga upcoming games namin, yung kumpiyansa na nanalo kami ngayon.
Kevin, meron ka bang gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Binabati ko yung magulang ko sa Mindanao, sa Malungon, Sarangani. Mapa, para sa inyo to, salamat sa prayers na binibigyan nyo palagi. At yung mga prayers nagbunga din. Tsaka yung family ko sa Bulacan, Martin family, tsaka yung family ko sa South Cotabato, Quezante. Kinakamusta ko kayo dyan, ingat lang kayo palagi. Tsaka sa girlfriend ko na nanonood ngayon, sobrang laking tulong niya para sa akin kasi di magbubunga lahat ng pagsisikap ko kung wala siya. To God be all the glory.
Thank you, Kevin. Back to you, Migs.
And that was CJ Ang with our player of the game, Kevin Loyola. Once again, congratulations to OLFU Phoenix winning their debut game against the University of Perpetual Help Altas. So stay tuned for our next game between the ENDERUN Titans and the Guangming College. And on behalf of the entire production team, this is me, Mix Gonzalez, your resident commentator and your game analyst, Naveen Ganglani. Thank you so much for watching Game 1. Stay tuned for Game 2 between ENDERUN and Guangming College.